Okay, so like be prepared if this video sounds like I'm just like rambling and not really making any sense when I talk. I tend to do that a lot, and I'm not really working off of a script, so be prepared for garbage. Also, some of the clips are gonna be slightly distorted because I ain't trying to get copyright striked again. So, as you can probably tell by the title, you can see that I have mixed feelings about phase 6 so far. And yes, I know it like just started, but like hear me out. And when I say phase 6, I'm not actually talking about like the art direction or the music or any of that, because honestly I'm really digging how, this phase is starting out so far when it comes to all that. No, I'm talking about the storyline, or what little there is. Now, if you know me, you probably already know how I feel about the Gorillaz storyline in general, which is honestly mixed depending on which phase you're talking about. And if you've ever had a conversation with me, you can tell that I like to talk about it a lot. So why am I making this video? Well, it's more of just like, I'm more concerned as to where they want to go with the storyline for phase 6. I mean, ever since Gorillaz came back with like phase 4 and phase 5, their storyline has been kind of at least comparing to how it was back in like phase 2 and phase 3 with Rise of the Ogre and Pirate Radio. Now, I'm not saying the storyline in phase 4 and 5 was necessarily bad, but I think we can all agree that less time has been given towards the writing in recent phases. Whether that's due to budget or time restraints, it's understandable, but still, I think we can all agree it's been undermined since the Rise of the Ogre days. I think the new writers seem to favor a more simplistic storyline of just the band kind of getting back together, just like chilling out and like being sort of a happy, albeit dysfunctional family within the last few phases. And on one hand, I really like that because it's sweet to see as a fan, but also makes me wish they would delve back into the complicated, in-depth storyline they used to have back in phase 2 and 3. And in my opinion, I think a more chill plot worked well for phase 4. Because of the long hiatus, and it generally fit the vibe of the album as well. But it felt generally unrealistic considering the state of the band's canon relationship in phase 3. I mean, sure, we can assume everyone patched things up since then and got help, but I don't know, man. The writers should have shown the progression the same level of detail they gave to the characters before, instead of just telling that they're all good now. And yes, they did do some of that in phase 5, especially when it comes to Murdoch's growth as a character, with Murdoch's chat logs from prison, and some songs off of the Now Now hinting at personal character growth, especially with 2D and Murdoch's relationship. But unless you're a diehard fan, I feel like that went generally unnoticed. And even then, I don't feel like it was enough, at least for my liking. And don't get me wrong, the story is cute, but definitely not as interesting as it was back in the day. And as for phase 6 going along, and yes, I know it just started, but hear me out. It just seems like the same shit they've been doing since phase 4. I mean, Murdoch just causes some trouble, and like the rest of the gang is just chilling out, making music, being a band, kind of being all friends, but whatever. Granted, they still have some time to go more into detail with all that, and I'll probably look like a huge dumbass if they actually do have plans to go into more detail on the storyline sometime soon. And I probably will unlist this video if that ever happens. But I just hope that someday we get the same kind of complex storyline we got back in the earlier days. Because honestly, that's the major reason why any of us love Gorillaz in the first place. I mean, sure, we all love the songs and the characters are cool, but if Gorillaz was just a band with a simplistic story, with cool but also pretty simplistic characters, some kick-ass songs, I wouldn't be into it as much as I am. But honestly, if things are going the way I think they're going, I just don't see myself having the same interest in the fandom as much as I did when I first discovered the storyline. So, anyway, I hope my stupid rambling somehow made sense to you. And this video is pretty dumb, but let me know in the comments if you feel the same way, or do you enjoy a more simplistic, chilled out storyline, or do you prefer the characters when they were more developed? Let me know and I'd love to hear it. Alright, see you later. Bye-bye.